Greetings, travelers. All right, so first thing first. Today we are going to be animating on Choose That Path. I'm gonna... hello everyone. I'm gonna be animating on the Choose That Path 12, which you also saw in, it's like 3 videos ago we did something on it. But today we're just gonna be focusing on animation, and I'm gonna show some tips and tricks. How's the sound? Because last time it was so embarrassing to watch the stream afterwards, because in the first part I had like an echo. So how was it today? Just let me know if the audio is fine. Perfect. That's good to hear. Play repeat. All right. Let me just turn off the notifications here so you don't hear all of those. Yes. All right. So let's dig into it first. If you have any questions, then just let me know. I keep getting these weird notification sounds. That's a bit annoying. Just turn it off completely. All right. But if you have any questions to begin with, shoot ahead. What do you have? Okay, thank you, Richie Seta, for the saying that the audio in the last video was okay. But let's just start with some questions. If you have any, let me know while we have me in full screen, because after that we're gonna dig into some animation, and then I'm just gonna be talking over that. I think what we're gonna begin with today is probably to talk about how to do layouts for quick animations, because there's always this thing we always get comments in the video, in the videos on the YouTube channel. Of course, people are saying in the Choose the Path, oh, so is this the quality now? I guess we're done with the high polished episodes and stuff. But of course, that's not the case. Hello, Silent Nose. Good to have you. But what's actually just a fact is that when you have a bigger budget, of course, you can make much more pretty things. And that's why the Kickstarter funded episodes, we really go like in full speed, top gears to like make the most like fully rendered, polished and awesome animations for you guys. And for the Choose the Path, we like do the same thing, but with what we call more limited animation, where we do everything we can within our limitations. Actually, I'm just gonna quickly turn this off. Yeah, so basically we're gonna be digging into the Choose the Path, which is a little bit less, different an animation approach, but it's basically the same animation approach. It's just a little bit more, where tricks are used more than in the main episodes. So Harry Kissholm asks if I can share anything about what's coming after Daughter's Revenge. And yes, of course I can do that. Right now we, like today we've been doing, my voice is a little bit sore because we've been recording voices all day. That's also why I have my sound protection here. Like my sound walls, basically. And when we're done with all of the sounds and music and the last fixes, and we have the season 2, then we're gonna be releasing it, as I mentioned, in webisodes, followed by the full episode. I think that's gonna be in September. And then we're gonna make a campaign for, as I mentioned in the last video, a campaign for like the the figurines of Tales of Lithuania. As you can see here, there's going to be much more of that. We're planning that right now. I painted this little Wilhelm here. And basically that's going to be probably like a further developed card game / board game where you can play the characters of Lithuania. And then if we reach like a high enough stretch goal, we're going to be able to continue the animations. But I can tell you after this episode, you definitely want to see more, because this is a really the plot is thickening in the next episode. You're gonna get a lot of very interesting stories. So yeah, I think that we're gonna do everything we can to be able to make the next episode as like after Daughter's Revenge. And I think that you have also probably seen me be more active here on the live videos and posting content on the Instagram and Reddit and Twitter and Facebook and all these places. And that's because now we are in the next phase where we're not sitting in the animation all the time. So now we're starting to figure out how we can release it in the best way and also make sure we can make more afterwards. And that's only possible thanks to all of you. So I am your humble bard here to tell stories, along with the most epic team of Lithuania, of course, and everyone who has been involved. Yeah, but I think we should just dig into it. Okay, so Silent Nose says, I think this channel will grow so much in a short time, and that's my premonition. Thanks, Silent Nose, that's awesome. Yeah, and I'm super happy to have all of you being part of this. It's really a great journey. Yeah, I would say, of course, there's pluses and minuses, because like I did see when we started doing a lot of live videos like these, we also lost like 200 subscribers on the YouTube channel, but we had got like 100 over at the Twitch. So I think it's just like some people are only at the YouTube channel to see the animations, and then all of a sudden they see this pretty punum, and that's not what they were expecting. But this is what's going to help the channel continue and grow, so we can mix this with the videos we make. Yeah, we love doing it, so that's just how it's gonna be. Thanks, Annas Elfella. Yeah. Hopefully one day, the bard will be written down in legend tales. All right, so let's take a last question before we dig into it. Orakiri Monono Requiem says, how long have you been animating? Maybe like 13 years. I think that's where that's probably when you can find my what I would call nice animations, but I would probably never open up the files to check. All right, so let's dig into it. I'm gonna open up the TV Paint here. So basically this is our TV Paint file. We usually, when we do Choose the Path, we have all our shots in a file here. When it's too big, we have to separate it. For example, this one is going to be really long. And that's why we have split it up into 3. And then me and Anna, who is Gunmouse on Twitter, and Anna Fisher Art on Instagram, my like strong ally on this Choose the Path, and also of course on the episode. But me and her like are putting a lot of energy into this, and I wouldn't be able to do this without her. So we put all of these files in here, and then we split them up, and then each of us are gonna sit and animate on separate things, and we're doing background tests in different workshops, as I mentioned in a previous video. And that's what we're going to be working on. So I'm just going to click in on the scenes I've been working on. Which one is it? we are. I can just show you the sequence I'm animating on and where I am. So basically, let me just jump a little bit ahead here. Basically, we have like Vermoose, the big dragon here. He's at he has a dinner for all his important allies, and Sylvia has been turned to, like, she's been hypnotized, so she's basically his slave now. Tatiana has a bit of a bad conscience, so she's super sad. And then a noise comes over here, and this guy, which you probably recognize, yeah, we put in a little cameo. He's got something on him, and there's another guy who comes over and's like, don't worry, she's not, her brain is somewhere else, she's hypnotized, so he puts wine over her. And this is the sequence we're gonna be working on today. All right. The Spicy says Slavia is her new name. Yeah, let's hope that that she can be saved somehow. I'm just gonna find the shot here. So I think the first thing I would like to do is just to not focus on crowds. We're gonna do that at the studio later, drawing in the crowds. And I'm also not gonna focus on colors. I'm just gonna see how many shots I can manage to do within our little stream time here. So he's sitting there. Normally in the big episodes we do this thing where if we have a hold like this, a hold means that a drawing that is extended for a long time, then we redraw it at least twice and loop it so the line is moving. For the Choose the Path, that's a step we have skipped, but we're still going to focus on the animation. So for example here, the wine glasses, I would like to have a little bit more of a splash in the wines. So this is considered as like keys, where we have an arc that goes like cheers and then out. So what we're gonna do here is to open up this. Oh, all right. Dog Swift is now hosting my stream with 1 viewer. Thank you so much, Dog Swift. Okay, legends. Any of you who doesn't know Dog and Swift, I highly recommend you to go follow those guys. Dog and Swift are like amazing animators, super awesome people, if you have seen Starlight Brigade, and you'll definitely liking them. I'm also planning on doing a stream where I'm gonna be drawing their characters in Elithran style, so you can look forward to that. But today we're doing animation. Okay, so we have the splash here. As you can see down here on my timeline, the first one is 20. It's hold for almost a second. It's like 22 frames, and then we have one hold for 7, 8, 5, 9, and 7. And I would like that to be a little bit more smooth, so it's not lacking so much in the animation. So the first thing I'm gonna do is to actually move a little bit on the timing. So we have like one drawing that would be probably. All right, thank you, Veda, for following. We are going to. That was the rodent sound. Hep, hep. We're going to add a lot of frames here, so we can get some nice animation in there. And thank you, Originally Max, for following. It's awesome. So now it's gonna look like this, where a lot of frames are missing, but that's just because I'm gonna put in some animation there. And one might think, oh man, you're gonna draw so much, but for this kind of scene, I'm actually just gonna reuse. Definitely just gonna reuse for this scene, because we want it ready in time. We want this episode out this month, so we're gonna be animating like crazy the next couple of weeks. So this one is cheering. I'm just gonna turn up this, and I'm just gonna put the light table on, so we can see what happens behind it. And then it's basically just like I guess most of you know about timing and spacing by this point, but if you don't, the timing is basically how much time there is between your frames. So is it like a long time or a short time? And the spacing is how close your different drawings are to each other, and that's gonna create different effects. And that's the two most important things if you're an animator. If you're not getting the timing and spacing, it will be easy to see. I think here we even have like a spacing thing. I'm gonna move this down. So it goes up, it goes down. Let's move it down here. And then this one is also moved further down. Yeah. Whoopsie. Yeah, and just shoot questions. I'm gonna check out the questions. Yep. Okay, so thank you, Marito Baravaglio, for he says that the work is awesome and he's sharing with his friends. Do that. That means a lot. Awesome. And some other questions over here. So Silent Nose asks if, something about color. Like as you have seen, some are in color, some episodes are in color, and some are not in the chooser path, and that's it mainly has to do with like if you add the color, it's 2 extra levels of like going through the whole film. So sometimes we've just been deciding, okay, this one can only be in values if we need it out in time. Splicers ask, oh, did you end up finishing that character design? I was curious what you did with the weapon instrument. Yes, we ended up doing like the that thing I never know the word for. The English word for harmonica. And Original Max, when you animate items in a scene, do you redraw them in every frame or copy and paste the shapes, and do you draw hands separately? Yeah, that's very, very different from scene to scene, I would say. It's from animation to animation. We have some scenes where it makes no sense to redraw the drawings again. Then we draw it. Actually, with items that are still, we have them still because dead objects don't have to move. For me, that's weird. But something that is naturally moving all the time, like for example me when I'm talking, I would like do stuff like this when I'm talking, or like shake my shoulder and stuff. So there's a natural life to me, and that's where I would redraw. But for the other one, I would just like leave the item alone. Just leave it alone if it's not moving. I'm gonna try to keep this going in quite a I'm gonna keep this animation going like in a speed, like a, how do you say, like in a, as mentioned, I'm gonna try to do as many shots as possible today. So I'm gonna answer question as much as possible, but probably look at my screen a lot. Okay, so I think this looks nice now. So then we're just gonna add the wine. We want this to like be a little bit like squabbly, so the wine should like fall up and down and look organic. And then of course we need gravity to take it. It can't be up there forever, so it's gonna fall down here. Maybe a little bit there. And this tool I'm using right now is it's like a shape tool. If you have good shapes, you're good to go. Shapes are something I cherish a lot in. So we have like clink. Could even add some more here. Okay. Clear. And then maybe a little bit of movement in these as well. Actually, I think maybe we could move these further back. Nah, that's fine. Let's keep it like this. Yeah, and I would call that one done. So we move on. Remember, we're not going to do color of these, we're just going to do the animations and no crowds. So we're going to do Geralt. Oh, sorry, we're going to do this cameo. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to do this character who looks similar to somebody else now. Okay. Okay, the outsider asks, have you considered making a game? Are you talking about a computer game? And in that case, what kind of computer game? Or are you talking about a board game? Cuckooboard asks, do you work on thumbnail first? I hear that helps, but I forgot to do it. Yes. Yes. We do thumbnails. Like, the more you do sketches first, the more you avoid a disaster later. I think that if you do quick thumbnails before you draw, then you also, you decide, your brain just decides what it wants to do. You put a goal, and then you do it. That's what I called being a craftsman. If you are like an artist who wants to explore and find the work as you go, that's also really fun and nice. I also do that, but I more do it when I like play or try out styles or and that's basically what you do, just very fast in a thumbnail process. You play and then you decide on something and then you go for it later. If you like, for example, are working for someone else, they want to see what you are going to be doing, and then having a lot of different examples or thumbnails is a good way to go. Okay. Yeah, the outsider. There is a game in development, board game wise. I mean, we made a role playing system which we would like to continue further developing, and then we have a card game which is like basically a fight between all the different characters. I think I have it here. 2 seconds. Let me just. 1 second. Yeah, so just wanted to get this box here. So we made this in the previous Kickstarter we did. We had like a card game where you had like the rules here, and inside of the rules there was like descriptions for what all the different characters could do, and yeah, abilities and stuff like that, right? But what I really digged was, I think this was like a little child dream come true, but was that we got like collectible cards for all of the different characters. That was pretty much like what we really wanted. And this one was even from our Discord channel, Spicy, who helped with the giant here, where we just like redrew it. Yeah, so that's basically the game we're gonna try to continue develop, making different functions for the character, and of course it's gonna be based on storytelling and stuff. But I'll get back on that because it's something we have cooking and further development. Yeah, like Marito asks, like a D&D game. We did do a role-playing system where it's like a full book, but we just send all the prints out, so we would have to reprint it. Okay. Boop. Back again. This is a guy you don't want to piss off. As you can see, I work a lot in like it's almost like pencil strokes, where like I try to have everything very organic when I draw, so so I don't have to sit and like make details like in one line. It's a very sketchy way of cleaning up these sketches behind it. See, here I actually reused the items, like the swords he had from the previous drawing, because I don't want it to look like a new drawing. I want to make it look like the exact same weapon. If the Outsiders now says, if the game was to get big, would you make a console version, and would it be like Dragon Age? That would be very cool. Well, it's the same thing with like Netflix and stuff. Hope somebody calls me up one day. Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, next Tuesday we're not gonna have a stream like this. We usually do it on Tuesdays, but I'm gonna actually be I'm actually gonna be in Iceland there. So I'm gonna be drawing inspiration from nature. Keridwen says I should say hi to the Icelandic horses. I will. They're huge over there. I mean, it's basically just gonna be me and my girlfriend who are gonna be in a car, with the whole Corona thing and stuff like that. We're probably just gonna be in a car and we're gonna sleep in the back of the car and drive around and look at nature. It's gonna be nice. It was a gift I got like a year and a half ago. So, yeah, I don't think we would go if it wasn't ordered a long time ago. I love this song. The new music's also gonna be really nice. You can look forward to the new score. This is a really detailed character. Alright, see you, outsider. Beats me how you're gonna work that left arm. Reggie Sata asks if the music is going to be in Spotify. Well, I've told Mathias several times to put it there, but I'm definitely going to put it on the channel, and you can also find it on in the links of the videos to Matthias's SoundCloud, where he has most of them, all of them, I'm pretty sure. And also, of course, there are the vinyls and the digital downloads that we have during the campaigns, usually. I'm not sure I understood what you meant. There was one of you who, like, Chico says, how are you gonna work that left arm? I'm not sure what that means. Can you define? I like this little thing that was put here. Maybe we should do that. Just try it at least. Use angry cloud. No, that doesn't work. I'm gonna remove the angry cloud. He's gonna stop here. I need to see how he looks like. 2 seconds. It just grew a very big head there. We can just shrink it down. And I can use that trick that some of you asked about the other day. Basically, I just rotated, or no, shrink down the line. So if any of you, and there was somebody who asked about this trick the other day, and it's a trick I just learned recently from a colleague. I'll show it to you. Just see, I want it to be. Okay, I think this is fine. So the trick is basically we rotated the head. So it's a little bit hard to see, but normally this would be a bit pixelated. So what I basically would do is that I would select the stuff that was just a problem. And then I would go to... Hello, thank you Almerco for following. Then we go to, let's go into the effects. Then we go to thanks Lady Carridwen for following, awesome. We just go in and find it, and we'll go into color and curves. So this is only if you're animating in a bitmap software that this is relevant. In vector graphics it doesn't matter, it's not going to ruin the line. But I would go in here and click on the alpha, and instead of and this is something I learned from a colleague recently, Elena Lakelin. But then you could go in and click this on spline, and then you can sit, if you look at the line now, I'm just going to zoom in. Then you can see that I can sit and manipulate the line. And then you just need to figure out what makes sense for the rest of your line. So that's basically a way where you can, like, not all the time, but if it's just a little bit of rotation, a little bit of, you know, making it bigger and smaller, then you can go in and save your line like that. Yeah, somebody asked about this earlier on YouTube, so that's how I did that. Okay, let's finish this Geralt dude. He's definitely, yeah, for Choose the Path it's fine that the character doesn't stay completely unmodeled all the time. Especially this guy's only in this scene. And yeah, some of you might also think about like, oh, but why is it not more cleaner polished? And that's, you know, this is basically, I would like to move forward to some more scenes so we can see some more in the stream. But of course you can always go in and make things, yeah, super polished. That's just depending on what type of film you're doing. Yeah, this is not like, of course, this is of course not Geralt. It's just a design, there's a character called Geralt. But man, have you played Witcher? It's a good game. That is a good game. My little brother just started on it again. So nice. Okay. So here we're gonna have some, you know, she spilled some stuff on his armor. So of course we're gonna make that effect on another layer. And then when it starts walking, we could smoothen the animation a little bit, just adding a little bit of a pose here. I think I'm gonna do that. I see. There we go. Oh yeah, and if you are doing TV Paint, then what I usually do is Shift 0, then I can see what layer I'm on. That's a really smart trick. I use sometimes the shortcut A to just check what layer I'm on, but if I just have a lot of layers, I can't like shake every character there is. Then I just lock them out so I can see where I am. Yeah. So we are here and we want to animate this guy just a little bit when he starts walking. So we might just give him a little bit of a pose here. Yeah. Let's check the back, both of the layers. We can see him, orange is back, blue is forward. So we just move him a little bit forward. He wants to start moving his hand up there. I'm just gonna, this is gonna be shown pretty fast, so I'm just gonna make like a quick transition when it's like a pose that's in between two keys is something not many look too much into, especially if it's these kind of episodes we just like want animation that looks where it reads and where you can feel the characters, and then these kind of in-betweens are not as important as the keys. The keys have to be strong, of course. So he starts moving this leg. And this leg starts moving back. Maybe we can even put like a blink here to add like a little bit of movement to him. And since he's going to show his teeth afterwards, we can just like put it up there. Yeah, already that I think gives like a good little transition to this. And then in order to like really make it look like we did some animation on it, we can continue the movement on the next pose here. Just gonna rotate it down a little bit. Of course, in most cases we would hand draw these things or like draw it again. But this is just to show you, before we draw it again, we usually just like use the model to test if it's gonna work. Yeah. We can just move him a little bit further here. We also just received some camera animations from Rubber Ninja today. He's been animating some mermaids for the next episode, which I'm really happy about. That's really cool. I love that guy. So we never get to pull his sword up for real. He's just gonna pull it just a little bit. So we're just gonna draw. Okay, so here we just like to hold this a little bit, but we also have like a big pose here, so we might need just a breakdown to show what's happening in between. I'm just gonna draw that. I'm just gonna remove the sketch behind, so we just have this. Oh yeah, actually, something I would like to show you is when we do a for the Choose the Path episodes, we've also tried to figure out how to work with environments. Normally, we would have like a whole phase for an animation that's like doing layouts for all sequences and shots. A layout is like you know, the perspective and the values and everything that you need to do before you can start your background. And for Choose the Path, we tried something out where first we used, I'm just gonna show my my screen down here. First we used the actually let me just found it up here. First we used something, I don't know if you've heard about it, but this is like the most awesome thing ever. We found this thing called NoClip, where we could like open up old games, like for example here. For example here it's Wind Waker, and then you can just like go around and check the camera like an island from Wind Waker. And then if we had like a house, we could just like place the camera here, take a screenshot, and draw our own you know, location. But this has been really something we've been exploring in Choose the Path, and it had some limitations because of course like we remember all of these games we've played and the areas, but it doesn't fit for everything. So we checked out something else. Let me just get out of this mountain here. Over to this guy. What's up, dude? This guy is up to trouble. You can just see it. Okay, but then we also had another thing, which I'm gonna show here. So we've been trying out this awesome thing called Townscaper, and where you can basically just open it here. How can I get this down on my other screen? 2 seconds. 2 seconds. I'm just gonna quit it up here. I really want to get this game down on the other screen here. Ah, it's coming up on the other screen. That's really annoying. Okay, I'm just gonna show you in 2 seconds. Because that means I need to change the where the game is playing. Okay, I'm just gonna do that. 2 seconds. How do I do that? How do I do that? Maybe I can just like make a new scene over here. I'm just gonna do that really fast. Oh, that's not it. Okay, I'm gonna show you when I can get it to work on both screens. But it's basically a program that works like this. I'll open it on YouTube instead. Soundscape. I'm gonna play this with you guys at some point and show you how we do it. But now you're just gonna see like a little bit of a trailer for it. Okay. So basically it works like this, where you have like, I just found a random video here from Masked Bandit, but you have like an island where you can like build cities, and all of a sudden you have like a whole village, and where you can place your camera. So we tried that for doing layouts, and I actually have a little screenshot I can show you. Let me see, you have my mouse there, yeah. Let me just find it. There we go. So here you can see like a scene from the Next Choose the Path where Anna has been playing in Townscape, and then we know where to put the island and the city and draw the composition around it. So we're doing a lot of little, like we're learning a lot of things while we do these animations. Yeah, Mikkel Wang Auclair says, I just tuned in to see that the thanks for watching screen flashed. Yeah, it was because I couldn't get my first screen down where the camera is. Yeah, but I'm gonna sort that for next time. So here we just want him to go back in this pose. He just takes the sword down. And we need him to have this other hand already starting to go down. He's tired of this guy stopping him. But this other guy wants to show him that Sylvia is hypnotized and is just here to serve. How many of you are actually following the Choose the Path series? I know most of you are seeing the main series, the Tales of Lithrin, but how many of you are watching the interactive series where you get to vote for what happens to Sylvia and Tatjana and Megan Ken, the ones we're following right now? Yeah, Spice, it would be super cool to do a whole map of a Lithrin in that software, but you can only do towns. That's the cool thing. I really like that. You can just like sit and play and build a city if you want, or a little town. It's pretty nice. Gonna make a little bit of smear here. Smear, yeah, which you probably know we use a lot of in the reward. So where the face goes really stretched and weird before it goes somewhere else. Yeah. Pretty basic. Pretty basic. There's one in between missing here, which I think we can just cheat a little bit as well. So we can move on to the next shot. Also just a smear, I think, would be fine. Because this is a fast movement. I did it the wrong place. No, it was fine actually. Here we go. Yeah, that's better. Of course, some of these I would redraw if I had the time for it, but now I think I'm gonna move on to. What do you want? Do you want me to continue this scene or move on to another one that comes later? Meanwhile, I'm just gonna do this wine. The one run by that big gold lizard. So far, Big Hair Girl has been captured by that adventurers guild, or whatever it's called, right? Yes, what happened in the previous Choose the Path is that Sylvia tried to take the map because she wanted to give it back to Megankin. She started to like these boys, but Tatiana got really obsessed with her choice there and said, no, we're on a mission, we're working for Vamoose, we need to get our paladin title, the Vamoose badge, and be part of this whole thing. Vamoose big plan is to colonize Elithrion and to get civilization and order over the lands, and they're part of this whole movement. But Sylvia is starting to get a little bit hesitant, but Tatiana wants a badge. So in this episode, Tatiana has become paladin and is really admired knight, and Sylvia has been punished for trying to go against the golden dragon. Is the music too quiet? All right. EV Studios, where can you find the interactive series? It's called Choose Their Path, and there's a playlist on the channel called Choose Their Path, and there's 11 episodes so far, and the number 12 is coming here in July, and that's the one we're working on right now. So I'm gonna just do the wine here. Spicy. You could totally install Blender and do the map for you guys if I didn't have to work as well. Yeah, the Spicy, that's always the thing. You gotta live and have your hobbies, and there's so many fun things to do. I'm just gonna find a layer where I can do effects here. I'm gonna do it here. This one. Is the music too loud now? All right, perfect. Now we're gonna get some wine over Sylvia. It's a bit humiliating. Yeah, it's not nice. It's gonna all make sense, don't worry. Oh, wait, you still can't hear music? What? You still... I thought the music was fine, but just let me know if the music is gone, then I'll look into it. But I'm pretty sure that you should be able to hear it. Oh, it's very low. Okay, I'll turn it up. Okay, great. Play repeat. Thanks for saying that it's okay with music. Is the music good now? Yeah, this guy does have a perfect punchable face, less spicy, that is true. But I mean, George and Voldo, I'm actually starting to like these two guys, and now they're getting totally punished by Ken in the next episode. After we did the two designs, did you see those on Instagram? And on the Patreon? Instagram, Tales of Alethrion. Oh, we're so close. We are so close. Check how close we are, man. Almost 10,000. When we have 10,000, we have the swipe up button. So definitely, if you know somebody who doesn't follow Alethrion in there, it would help us a lot. Where did we put them? Here. So these two guys, after having sit with them the last month, I think they're actually pretty fun characters. Yeah. Hey, Japet. You forgot to follow. All right, thanks everybody. Yeah, thanks everybody who wanna like help us on Instagram. It's just like when we have that 10,000, that's gonna be it's gonna be nice. I think we're gonna do a little bit, just like when we hit 150,000 subscribers on YouTube. We also did those like drawings with Pokemon mixing with Tales of Lythran because you know there's 150 of the original ones. Yeah, I wonder what we should do for the 10,000 one. Do you have like a good suggestion, a good idea? Yeah, Mikkel Huang Auclair. It's especially for if you need to do animations a little bit in a fast. Um, yeah, if you need to be fast at the animation, a recycle method that works is really good. You have seen a lot of animations where I don't think the reused work very much and where it looks like a little bit funky. But if you just like look at a lot of different references and like take what works here and there, then I think it's possible. So we need this wine here as well. Not the swine, but the wine. Here I'm just gonna duplicate the structure. Leah Duda asks if, yes, I always draw in 24 frames per second, but we have been doing 10 frames per second for storyboards, which usually is a little bit hard to convert, but that's okay. So yeah, I think we're gonna have to maybe draw the wine a little bit more here. It's supposed to be a little bit... oh, sorry, Millis C, what did you ask? I noticed you use flat colors to fill your characters. You rarely shade your animation. Is it a stylistic choice or for timing? I am just very fond of flat colors and flat rim lights. I don't like the soft shapes very much. So that's a stylistic choice for these animations. If it gets too soft, it gets this weird mix between 3D and 2D, and I like the drawings. This program is called TV Paint. I think this is actually going to be... I'm going to go for the storyboard, because here I maybe went a little bit too nuts with the wine. I think we're gonna keep the wine here. Are you sure the music is not too loud? Yeah, this is better. I went a little bit too nuts with the wine here. So let's stick to the board as we should have done. That's what happens when you impro it a little bit. You know, I get too talkative and then I don't think. This is great. Tsukiji, yes, I might have turned it up on the actual program instead of in Streamlabs. But I think it's fine. You know, I want to hear the same volume as you're listening to, just so I have a better control of it. All right, Turisco Club, thanks for following. Means a lot. And here I'm just gonna reuse the loop. Alright, here we have some new characters again. Let's just go for these two. Uno cheer, what's that on her face? It's not blood, don't worry. It's wine. And it's just for these sophisticated. We are an arist right now, and that's where all the aristocrats are living in Tales of Electron, and that's also where Vermoose, the golden dragon, is the king, and that's where we are in the Choose the Path episodes right now. Okay, so let's design this guy. Since he's only in 2 poses, this guy, we only need to move his mouth. So I think we're gonna make this guy a little bit more polished. I think it's a fun little eye here. Good board and I did here. think he could have like, I think we should have him bite his nails. It's like small nails. Yeah, Cha asks what the size of my file is and the resolution. That is, as you can see here, let's just find the size here. Yeah, so it's pretty big, 4,700 and 2,400. Yeah, 48, 24. I mean, we don't want the animations to get like pixelated. The worst thing is to do an animation and then you see in the export that it's bad quality. That's the absolute worst nightmare you could ever imagine in doing so much work, and then it's just the pre-production phase where you should have done something wrong. That's the worst. What kind of hair should you have down here? I think maybe like... It's already a pretty good drawing. It's done here, so... It's just like a little... So Eevee Studios, yes, a D&D module for Toa would be really nice. We already played with some of our followers at some point, where we, two coming over to us, and then we just played Dungeons Dragons. And for module, we made an RPG system. But for D&D, I actually don't know how you can get like a 5th edition D&D up and running. I guess you also call Dungeons and Dragons, but it would be pretty cool. I've seen like Trotvang, a really nice other RPG system that's just gotten a Kickstarter done for their 5th edition books, which I of course supported. I have so many Kickstarters on my back. Yeah, so this one's just gonna be first we're gonna do the main body. I think we're gonna do that down, yeah, just here, I guess. I'm just gonna remove all of these. Ah, cool, Tsukiji. That's pretty neat. Maybe we should look into that. Tsukiji is the guy I've been doing the RPG system with. He's really good. And a good friend. And he's also helped me a lot in the stream. You can follow him on Twitch. He has like 300 followers and plays some pretty awesome games. I wonder what game I should play when I one day throw myself over a game on Twitch. This one should have some super long nails. Is there something you'd like to see before we end the stream today? Because I think we have like 10 more minutes, and I hope you just have a cozy time watching me sit and do the next episode here, because it's stuff that needs to be done for you guys to get the goods. Hey Tats, that's nice to hear you enjoy this, especially if you're bored. I love storyboard, the storyboarding process, and it's very few people who can storyboard well. It's really where you can see the magic happen, and it's also pretty. I would say storyboarding is really hard because you pull your heart to get all these great ideas out, and then you have to do like 5 takes sometimes, even more sometimes. Before it's like before you have it ready. So, you say, so what was the choice made here? What do you mean? Have you already shown what your setup and pad looks like? Actually, no, the setup is just... Yeah, I showed in the beginning how we do. We have like the project with all the different scenes. We have a camera that we can go in and play with to begin with. It's a pretty high resolution, so we can play around. This little camera frame here is 1920 by 1080. Yeah. So you have to like say what you mean with what the choice was for the... Is it for the episode? Because the episode is not... it comes out later. And here we're just going to use a little bit of a transport tool, as we also did in the storyboards. Oopsie. I think we're gonna do the mouth on another layer. Okay, Leslie Salas asks what brushes I use. I always use like no pressure and the pretty thin brushes. I like the I don't like losing the amount of detail, and having the pressure is great for sketching, but yeah, for the style of Elithrin we have just like chosen to go for the subtle one. And for yeah, so that's mainly for line. If it's backgrounds, we have to move over to Photoshop, of course. That's a little bit different. So, Xolo, the choice for Sylvia's fate was that she was hypnotized. So this is what happens right now. You can see a little drawing of her, and you're gonna see it in the next episode. But the majority of you chose that she should be hypnotized, and that's why she looks so crazy in these scenes. Let me just find it. Yeah, so you can see like, for example, here she looks like tone completely. She doesn't react at all for the wine being poured down on her. Thanks M Sanxotacast for following. Okay, so let's just see how this scene turned out. I think we're gonna do some mouths on the other guy as well. Just gonna use the same layer, that's fine. Yeah. And what happens then? Yeah. We can take one with Tatiana. Last one here where we just do a drawing with Tatiana. And then I think we're good. Maybe this one. Yeah, so there's a lot of characters in this one. We have a lot of crowd and we have Vermoose in the background. And since this is just one scene, I'm gonna round up with this one. And then I think we can say thanks for today. It's so nice to have you all here. And like, it means so much to me that all of you want to come here and participate in the chat and watch the stream. It's really awesome. And the Elements in Haven, I think they meant the choice for the episode that led up to this. Yeah, exactly. So Sylvia was hypnotized. But this episode is actually both gonna cover Megan Ken's choice and Sylvain Sartiana's choice. So Megan Ken, it was who should they shoot, the Sphinx or the Vermouth Knights, and it's also gonna cover the fate of Sylvia, and it's gonna come out pretty soon. I think the episode is gonna be like, also, I think it's gonna be the longest Choose the Path we've made. It's a bit crazy, this one. But I hope you like it's okay also to see this progress. I think the next stream we're gonna do, as mentioned, it's not gonna be next Tuesday. I think we're gonna do it Sunday. On Sunday, I think we're gonna do a stream, and that's gonna be where we go through which episode do you want explained? Do you want the first hero, the reward, Outcast Journey, or Wilhelm's Curse? Obviously, we just did Traveling DT last time, so which episode do you want explained in the next stream? Where I think we're gonna start out watching an episode together and talk over, where you can have questions. The first hero. Alright, thank you Marito for joining the stream, and awesome. I look forward to see you next time then. This is gonna be the last one today, so if you have anything, just throw it after me while I do the last pose here. She's gonna be like, what have I done? Why are they doing this to Sylvia? I mean, even though they were bad friends, they love each other. So I think that she feels a little bit bad for treating her good friend. She didn't expect her, though, of course, to be hypnotized and become a slave of the moose. By the way, I think we're gonna do... oh, the sound just got up from on my side. Yeah, I think we're gonna do also live premieres for Daughter's Revenge when we put it out. So before we get it out to everyone, of course, we're gonna do a live premiere, and everybody on the Kickstarter, of course, will get like a link and all the packages as soon as we have it. This month there's gonna be the Choose the Path release and the streams, and of course a lot of artwork and awesome stuff for you guys. Yeah, and if you're not a patron, definitely consider going in and helping us there. Whoa, that was a funky face. I think we're gonna move it a little bit up. Was this a good length for a stream? I want to find like the good length for how long you guys want to hang out. So just let me know, and yeah, before we end here, what you think is good. This was around, I think this has been around like an hour and a half, a little bit more, maybe 2 hours, almost an hour and maybe 35 minutes. This has been that. All right, let's just end up with watching the sequence. And all right, thanks, Play Repeat, for 10 out of 10 stream. That's really nice to hear. All right, a new follower, Sefik, on Twitch. Thank you so much for following. Really nice. Awesome to have you. Yeah, and I can say that since we just started, streaming this month, over on the Twitch, we just need. Yeah, I think we're gonna become affiliate this month. It's obviously maybe in 2 years we can become partners, but I really want to keep this going, and it's creating also a bit more freedom with making content to you guys. All right, let's watch the sequence we just did today. We're gonna start here. Just gonna make it a little bit bigger, sorry, so you can see. Whoopsie, don't want to spoil this. Here. Okay, we start here. I need some wine in that glass. Yeah. Oh yeah, we have another scene coming. Yeah. So you can look forward to that. That's gonna come out later this month. And thank you so much to all the patrons for making it happen, and for everyone for watching the stream, and everybody who followed the Twitch and liking the YouTube video and commenting and being active in the chat. It all is so epic. So thanks for being part of this journey. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Let's just take a last comment here. Thank you all Strange Jerio. Alright, so Sukichi has made a straw poll over on the Twitch channel where you can vote for what the next what the next stream is gonna focus on, which video. So you can just jump in on that stroll if you want. And yeah, thank you everyone. Awesome. See you soon. And it's been amazing today. I actually had a really good time sitting and drawing and talking with you guys. So the journey's the reward. See you out there. Thanks for watching. I'm back. You didn't expect it, but I'm still here. So there's gonna be a poll in the Twitch channel chat and also in the YouTube chat. So just like go in and vote on that, and we'll give it a little bit of time. I can wait a little. I'm gonna jump in on it as well. This is like the after credit scene where the people who stayed for a little bit get some more. So it says, what episode should we focus on? The reward, the first hero, Wilhelm's Curse, Thug's Life actually, yeah, that's Thug's Life is also an option. Awesome. Who made this? Was it you, Sokuichi, who made this poll? Awesome. Should I vote as well? Oh, Thug's Life is also good to get explained. All right, so we have like a pure even at the moment. So if you have something, okay, should I vote as well? Oh, but now I'm gonna decide. I can't do that. Can't do it. Okay, I'm gonna vote. Well, I'm gonna vote Wilhelm's Curse then. We can always go back and take the reward. That's a good one. So let's see what happens here. What? It's still the same. All right, I think it's gonna be Wilhelm's Curse, guys. And then we'll see if this one goes up. But thanks for watching, and see you next time. All right, so I'll do it.